I ain't never bought no firearm for nobody except for Lonzo. What happened was we were about to do a tour, and Jerry had got us all on this tour. And every time we went on tour, we always went to go shopping. We go down to the mall, buy some new drawers. I like new fresh drawers on the road. Don't ask me why. Give me some fresh drawers, some new socks. And I'm walking past the store in the Carson Mall called HQ. HQ was like a sporting goods store, and HQ sold guns. I bought a lot of my guns from HQ. And when I walked past HQ, there Dre and Eazy and maybe Ren was in there looking through guns. What y'all looking at guns for? We finna go on tour. We going on the same tour. What tour y'all going on? Vietnam? No, I walked in, man. What y'all doing? They buying shotguns. He looking at shotguns and a couple of rifles. I'm like, what are you looking at this shit for? That semi-automatic shit. The Tech Nines. That's what you could buy a Tech Nine in the mall, literally. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing all that shit for? I mean, we're going to go on tour. We got to be ready. Ready for what tour are you going on, man? Vietnam or some shit? And that's all it was. I've told that story a few times. I never bought no gun from nobody. Why would I do some dumb shit like that?
Is it safe to say that back then, and once again, nothing against the guys, but would it be safe to say that Eazy is probably the only one out of the crew that would have probably been around guns a lot, maybe street, Yella doesn't strike me as somebody who would hang around guns. I don't know, though. Looks can be deceiving.
Yella had a personal incident with a gun one time. He was deadly afraid of guns, still is today. I used to keep a gun with me at even after dark, and every once in a while I would take it out, sit on my desk, he'd leave the room immediately. Oh, they got a gun, I gotta go. I never played with a gun. Sometimes I had a 44 Magnum I carried back in the day, and I would take it out of my, especially if I was counting money or something like that. I'd take it out of my back holster, out of my back, and sit it on my desk. And if he walked in and saw that gun, he'd turn back around like the room was on fire. Dre, nah, and the shit, and Cube wasn't around. Cube was not around even after dark. Period. So Eazy might be the only one that I could see him having the street charisma to be interested in guns.
Okay. Speaking of guns, you sent me some great music a couple days ago. I just got a chance today to listen through it and soak it all in and appreciate it. And maybe we could play some of that later. I don't know how you feel about it, but there was one song in there that tells a great story about the day your child was born and the events that surrounded that day. You've mentioned, we've talked about this before, Lonzo, but can you talk about the day your son was born, what happened, and then we can talk more about this music that you sent me over?
Yeah, Doc, it was a Friday night, man. Friday morning. He was born on a Friday, August 23rd. Went down into the hospital. Everything was smooth. The birth was smooth. His mama wasn't in, she wasn't in no long, that long situation where she had to carry him forever. We got there about 2 hours later. He was making his debut. I cut the umbilical cord. He was in there crying. I told him, "Be quiet, boy. You just got started." And it was a good day for me, man. Later on, I went over to the nursery and saw him. He's still crying. And, I was on my way out of the current affair. And, it was like a new day for me, period. It was like, okay, things about to change. I'm about to go to the Hollywood Park Casino. They just current affair over here. It was a cool building, but it was cool business, but the building was raggedy. Costing me too much money to stay in business. Man. So I made up my mind that day. I was taking off the day. Me and my cousin was going to hang. We came in, bought a couple of cigars, sitting in the backyard, smoking cigars, just talking shit. And I get a phone call from my bartender. And my bartender was on this campaign to try and convince the owner of the building to let him stay once I left. But although the owner of the building, he owned the building, I owned the liquor license. Me and the liquor license is leaving. So you can't sell no liquor, sir. I don't trust you like that. So he had booked a party. We're supposed to be closed. At this time, I was only working 2 days a week. I was working on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Tuesdays, I had a card crew come through. They played cards every week. They were very faithful. They spent money. And Saturdays, I was just fulfilling any of my contracts. I wasn't booking anything. Well, he had booked a party behind my back. And, oh, man, I booked some essays. I'm trying to do something, blah, blah, blah. I need you to come through and just check everything out. Get to the club, man, and it's a gang of Latino kids. I mean youngsters, I should say. I never really dealt with that crowd. They brought their own DJ in, they brought their own speakers, and it appeared to be pretty cool. And like I said, I got a phone call, and it was my old lady from the hospital. I couldn't hear it. Music was super loud, so I go to the bathroom, go to the office, take the call, where I can sit down. Good, man. My cousin busted in the door. Hey, man, they shot somebody in the parking lot. I'm like, bullshit. So I took off running. Sure enough, this young dude that got killed, he got shot. And by the time I got there, he had just died. And I'm like, fuck. I ain't never had nobody die in any of my venues before, man. And allegedly what happened was a fight broke out. His brother got into a fight in the club. And my guys brought the brother outside so the fight wouldn't spread. It's like fights like fire. They'll spread like everybody be fighting in a few minutes. So the fight wouldn't spread. So when he got outside, it was some black guys out there smoking cigarettes, maybe some weed. They know each other. I let people smoke inside the club. And when he came outside, they started clowning. Oh, you got your ass whooped. You got your ass whooped. So he started fighting with them. His brother came outside, started fighting also. And some dude from the black team from around the corner decided that he wanted to shoot somebody. And he told the guys to back up. And he put three shots in the homeboy and killed him. And dude, it fucks me up. Every 23rd of August, that's my son's birthday. Like I said in the song, most people don't experience life and death like that in the same day. A doctor does, maybe a fireman, maybe a policeman may experience something like that, but to cut the cord on somebody's son in the morning and watch the coroner put another man's son in the bag that night, dude, that's some traumatic shit, dude. That's some traumatic shit. Especially on the same day your son is born. That just always bothers the shit out of me, dude. Always bothered me. So, yes, I wrote a song about it.
And it's a beautiful song. Was that what you played last week when I couldn't hear?
No, I played another song last week.
Okay. Is this music ready for the world yet, or are you gonna wait to?
You can play it.
Okay, I wish I had it queued. I don't have it queued. It's on my phone that you sent me. But next week we're going to go through some songs, and I want to kind of break down because there's some really good storytelling in that music. And
that's what I'm doing, man. I invested in a couple of programs that will allow me to tell some of the stories we talk about. I'm putting them in music. I'm gonna do an album, a CD, or something. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do something with them. And I just hate the current music business so much. I almost don't want to participate because I just can't see somebody just taking my music and making money on my shit and then give me fractions of a penny just to even get recognized, and then tell me, oh, you didn't get 10,000 spins, you can't get paid or some shit like that. So I got a couple of buddy of mine. He has a new app that he's about to launch. I'm thinking I'm gonna release it on the app, and I probably put it on CD Baby too, but. It's just sometimes the whole coming from the music business that I know to try and get involved with the music business of today is really disheartening because they don't respect the artists at all.